Welcome back to Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway, the 250cc four-stroke micro sprints on the racetrack. One more race to go here, Mike, and let's get into the starting lineup.
On the pole is going to be the 68 of George Potts III, and outside the 39 of Craig DeSantis.
43 Jessica Moeller will line up in third spot, and alongside Jesse, the 6 of George Potts Jr.
Row 3's got the 69K of Earl Evelyn and the 5E of Travis Esch.
7 starter, the 84 Kimberly Yank, and the 16 Lou Keppel Jr. goes 8th.
9th is the 30E of Jared Esch, and 10th is the 88 of Chip Guide.
Point leader, Eddie Nocera, the number 62, will start 11th, and the number 9, Young Lion quarter midget hot shoe Ryan Morris goes 12th.
Tyler Armstrong 17th, and a 9B of Colt Goshard make up row 7.
Row number 8, it's the 21 Sheila Fetter and the 42K Ronald Wechter.
Justin Harrington rounds out the field in the 75, and we are racing.
Under green here, Craig DeSantis on the outside of row 1. That is like...
Oh, we got a wreck in the back, Craig.
Yes, we do, and it involves Chip Guide, the number 88. 4-time feature winner this year. 16 of Lou Keppel Jr. also involved. And the 17 of Tyler Armstrong has rolled to a stop. Just to the left of those cars.
So we got a view of it here, and it just kind of looks like it's going to funnel together.
Yeah, they got together, heading into the corner.
Eddie Nocera just sneaks by barely.
Oh, yeah, now I see why Tyler Armstrong is parked over there as well, as he got into Guide's left front wheel.
It sure looks like everything's okay from that angle, but when we originally saw it, it looked like there might have been some damage to Chip Guide's car.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to restart that car.
From up here, looks like there might be a little bit of fluid on the speedway here on the front stretch. Not quite sure.
Yeah, there's definitely some moisture on the front chute. I started to say, as they took the green, boy, putting Craig DeSantis on the outside of the front row is kind of like dangling some raw meat in front of a lion. You know, he was going to go for that lead immediately over George Potts III, and this yellow, of course, will force them to line up and do it all over again.
And the thing is, on, I guess, an average night, you would say, well, Craig DeSantis is starting on the outside of row 1. That kind of seals the fate of the race, but Jessica Moeller's looked strong tonight. Back in the silver 43. Different body on that car this week, and she could probably keep pace with DeSantis if they can both get out front early. And if George Potts is able to hold him back, it'll be a battle for the top spot.
Yeah, Jessie Moeller, 4-time winner last season, including the Clyde Martin Memorial Race. Jessie still winless so far in 2011. They went back to this retro silver look, according to her husband Kenny, to I think try to shake their bad luck.
Right, you can't blame them for that.
Yeah,
because it's really hard, and not necessarily speaking from experience, but just the fact that it's obvious when you have such a successful season and you come back and you struggle, it's hard to keep your head up.
Yeah, no question about it. Starting third, though, like you said, she's been strong here in the qualifying action earlier tonight. See what she's got for the feature. Here we go again. Green flag in the air. George Potts III and his dad, George Jr., now side by side for second spot as DeSantis goes to the front. Craig DeSantis leads lap number 1.
Early car on the move is Jared Esch from 9th to 4th and looking for more, along with Ryan Morris.
I'll tell you what, this kid in the number 9, he has got it figured out. It took him a little while as he made the jump from quarter midgets into micros, but he's got it figured out now. Morris already has 1 feature win to his credit, and a few weeks ago impressively ran down Craig DeSantis from a long way back and then passed the veteran DeSantis to finish second in the main event. So watch the number 9. Right. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mike.
DeSantis, we got contact in that race for third. Everybody's able to continue. But DeSantis has about half a straightaway lead over George Potts Jr., who looks racy tonight. Like, if DeSantis would have any struggles with some lap traffic, he could potentially get there and maybe challenge.
Yeah, George Potts Jr. from Newark, Delaware. Not making the trip up here every single week, but they've competed. He and son George III have competed in at least half of our shows.
We have a yellow flag for Eddie Nacera, the point leader.
There's the number 62 facing in the wrong direction on the front straightaway.
He looks deterred.
Understandably so. Eddie with a 12-point lead over Jared Esch when the night began.
He was in quite the battle with Jessica Moeller, who kind of faded there at the beginning. She fell back to like 7th, and it's like she hit the power button, and that car just came back to life and took off. So you wonder if maybe something's wrong or something not quite what she wants on these restarts, and then she just gains it back on the long run.
So with 6 laps complete, 19 remaining, Craig DeSantis taking the lead at the outset. George Potts Jr. started 4th, jumped up to the number 2 position very quickly. The 9 of Ryan Morris started 12th and is now sitting in 3rd position as we get set for the restart. 43 Jesse Moeller in 4th. 30E Jared Esch currently 2nd in points.
And here we're going to get a good look at this almost tangle. You see I think they just got locked together.
They did.
And it's hard to believe, but when the wheels are turning like that and they hit each other, it's almost like they get stuck. Potts and Morris, they could have had a situation there, to say the least.
See what I mean? What a savvy move by this kid in the number 9, Ryan Morris. Just stayed in the gas, went up there, had that right rear wheel up in the air, but never backed off. He's a racer. 17 of Tyler Armstrong in trouble now, here in the front straightaway. Eddie Nacera trying to defend and protect that point lead. Will have to come from the rear of the pack. Plenty of time to do it, though. Still 19 laps remaining.
And sometimes that can be tough, too. You know, just racing with the point lead. And you start to race different than you're used to, and you start to do things different than you normally would. For Eddie Nacera, he just kind of needs to stick to what worked all year so far, and he should be okay.
Yeah, talk about the model of consistency. Eddie's still looking for his first victory on the season, but has just been in and around the top 3, top 5. Seems like every week he's near the front. Just needs the right circumstances to break into victory lane. Tyler Armstrong's car on the hook.
They have a tire on the front of that. I'm not sure that came off that car.
Well, if it did, it's got to be the left rear.
Yeah, that's the only one we can't see. Trying to get Armstrong off in that steep banking.
Got a glimpse of one of the officials sitting on the front of that four-wheeler. It's not just because he was too tired to walk back to the pits. That was for waiting for some ballast on the front of that four-wheeler so the tow vehicle could make it up the banking. We're back to green now with 6 laps complete. DeSantis at the head of the field. Jared Esch and Jesse Moeller in a fight for the number 4 position. Chip Guy beginning to thread his way back through traffic. Chip involved in that early race altercation with Lou Keppel Jr. Ooh, Ryan Morris coming after the number 6 of George Potts now. That's the battle for second. There it is, out of turn number 2.
Morris trying to get there so that he has clear racetrack between himself and DeSantis, although Potts looks very strong. A great race for 4th continues between Moeller and Esch, with Chip Guy closing in. Guy up to 6th, and he's not done yet.
Yeah, what a real good 4-car pack there from 3rd on back, but now we're looking at that race for 2nd spot. Ryan Morris going to pull the little slide job there in 3 and 4. Slid up in front of the number 6 car. Potts tried to battle back down to the inside. Morris
Moores
able to fight him off.
Wall.
And we've got to watch. Eddie Nocera spins. Just went into sort of a slide, did Nocera, to avoid the 43.
Not quite sure what happened there. There was steam naturally. You can see it now, but the car just kind of shot around on that. We'll find out what happened.
There she is, down the back chute.
It locked up.
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Chip Guy just went pit side in the 88. You see him there on the screen.
Tough break for Jesse.
Great work by the camera guys to catch that.
Pretty much been the story of her season. Yeah, it was. Great work.
Because, I mean, it obviously showed there in footage what happened.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have known, because that's another one of those rare things that doesn't happen all the time.
11 laps now on the scoreboard. 11 down, 14 remaining. Hollinger Sports and Turf helping to bring you these telecasts of the exciting micro sprint competition from Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. Check out the great inventory offered at Hollinger's at www.hollingers.com. Craig DeSantis, race leader. Ryan Morris now will start on the back bumper of DeSantis. Anxious to see what the kid in the number 9 can do with the race leader on this restart. Eddie Nocera pushed off once again. Now Eddie's going to have to be a little bit careful as the point leader. That was his second stop.
One more yellow.
We call it the 3-strike rule here at Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. If you stop or are involved in an incident 3 times in one event, then you are forced to go to the pit area and fall out. So Eddie's got 2 strikes on him now. And still over half the race to complete.
Not a lot of room for error.
Not a lot. Colton Goshert, the 9B, stopped down there in quarter number 1, pushed off. Colton making just his second start ever in any type of race car here in this number 9B tonight.
Through the cone, see what Ryan Morris has. Craig DeSantis will bring him to the green.
Morris is second. George Potts Jr., the number 6 car, in third. 30E of Jared Esch restarted 4th. Battle for the number 5 spot. The 68, George Potts the 3rd. And the 5E of Travis Esch racing for 5th.
Sorry, Barry, but I like what Ryan Morris is doing. He just tucked out of line, but before that, he was right behind Craig DeSantis, and wherever DeSantis went, that's where Morris went. A little bit of an opportunity to maybe get some laps behind a veteran driver and see what he's doing before you mount your own game plan and try to go for the lead and the potential victory.
We mentioned that just a few weeks ago, Morris so impressively ran down DeSantis. DeSantis was running 3rd in the race, or 2nd rather in the race. Morris took over 3rd spot, probably a straightaway behind. Morris ran him down, and right now he's running for the lead out of turn 4. DeSantis holds him off again. There they are. Back into 1 and 2. They're side by side down the backstretch.
Great battle because they have a lot of respect for each other. DeSantis is giving them room and Morris isn't taking advantage of it. And now again he gets behind DeSantis right in the tire tracks. Follow the veteran driver and see what he's going to do next and then go from there.
Yeah, he's probably not going to outfox DeSantis in lap traffic. Not with the experience earned by the driver of the number 39.
He got close there that one time, Barry. He ran in on the top, and DeSantis had no choice but to run in on the bottom. And Morris almost got him.
There is a real good battle for the number 3 position as well, Mike. I know we want to keep an eye on that race for the lead, but there it is. George Potts Jr., the 6, Jared Esch, the 30E, running 3rd and 4th. And having a good little race of their own.
At the front, Morris has lost about a car length, and you would assume that he's got to be wearing out. A long green flag run here. He is just a young driver out of quarter midgets, which are a smaller type of race car compared to a micro. We have a yellow, though.
Morris bounced off the guardrail, but the yellow is not for him. The 9B, there he is. Colton Gosher tried to get off the racetrack. The car just stalled on him as he got to that opening at the end of the backstretch. So a caution here with 3 laps remaining.
Much as I don't know. DeSantis is a veteran. His car's fast, but I feel like Morris on the open racetrack might be better off.
Yeah, see Colton there doing his best to try to coax that car back to the pit area.
And the tough thing is,
it just died on it.
That's a lot bigger of a hill than it looks like.
Yeah.
And when a car doesn't have power, it takes everything it has to get up over that hump.
Yeah. Okay, 3 to go. DeSantis out front. Ryan Morris will restart second. Been a great race up front, and good one right behind them for third position as well, between George Potts Jr., car number 6, and the 30E of Jared Ed. 68, that's George Potts the third. Back there in 5th, the 5E Travis Esch, trying to take that position away from Potts. Here we go.
Morris right into tire tracks again.
One car into the guardrail in turn 1. There it is. 75, yeah, Justin.
You would almost wonder if something broke on that car. I know I didn't see it. I was watching.
No, we had our eyes up front. Officials there quickly to assist Justin. Of course, he is the son of a former champion of this 4-stroke division, Jim Harrington Jr. Justin hit the guardrail there right underneath the scaffold that is supporting one of our camera folks. There's a look. Look at that. Never took his eyes away from the camera. His knees may be shaking a bit, but he's still on the job.
Better he's up there than me. I would be up here with you already.
Would have been climbed down quickly, huh? Justin okay, that's the good news. Harrington's all right, being towed to the infield.
Well, another shot for Ryan Morris at Craig DeSantis, and another shot for DeSantis to try to outfox him on this race.
We're ready to get back to green. 3 laps to decide it. Craig DeSantis trying for his 3rd feature win of the year. Ryan Morris going for win number 2. Eddie Mancera, the point leader, still out there. Jared Esch trying to cut into that deficit in points. Esch underneath George Potts. On the restart, Jared Esch will go to 3rd spot, gaining some more points. 2 to go now. DeSantis pulling out by a couple of car lengths over Ryan Morris. Is Ryan just biding his time?
Gotta go now. He doesn't have any time left.
White flag. Just thought maybe he wanted to keep those tires cool for a last lap charge out of turn 2.
DeSantis got away on the restart, and that's going to pay dividends in the end.
3rd win of the year for Craig DeSantis. And another terrific effort by Ryan Morris. DeSantis wins it. Morris 2nd. Jared Esch winds up 3rd. We will take a quick timeout and then be back for our final interviews of the evening with the top 3 finishers from this 4-stroke main event. Stay with us, folks. We're not finished yet. We'll be right back.
Coyote is quickly moving to the head of the pack. Coyote tractors boast powerful yet efficient diesel engines, which range from 20 to 90 horsepower. Coyote can handle any job, large or small. Each model is equipped with a Category 1 or 2 3-point hitch that will let you implement a wide range of options from mowers to augers. Coyote's auto body quality finish cleans off beautifully no matter how dirty the job. Coyote, the best thing to happen to outdoor work since dirt. Coyote is available at Hollinger Sports and Turf, 272 south of Ephrata.
Bud Spring Service of Lancaster has a full-service facility specializing in drive shaft repair and replacement, spring repair and replacement, suspension rebuilds, brake replacement, and complete wheel alignments. Direct distributors for Dana Spicer Driveline, Meritor Brakes and Driveline, and Eaton Fuller Clutches. We have the parts on hand to keep your trucks on the road and minimize your downtime. Please call Bud Spring Service of Lancaster.
And it was a good one, Mike Batts. Thank you. Craig DeSantis, his third win of the year. Ryan Morris, another great drive by that young driver, finishing in the runner-up spot. Jared Esch, you saw him, another of our young Chargers here in this four-stroke division. Jared finishing third, ahead of George Potts III and George Potts Jr. The man contracting replay of the race from that four-stroke main event, Ryan Morris. To the inside of George Potts III. You see the contact. They get tangled up on, I said 3 wheels at first. He was up on 2 wheels, was Ryan Morris, but never backed out of the throttle. Car settled back down, and he continued on. And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Join us to live the excitement that is Lanco here on Cable 11. For Mike Batts and the entire Cable 11 crew, I'm Barry Angstad saying so long until next time.